Hey everybody, this is King Buzzy Boy again. How you doing? I'm going to give a video response to a really cool website that I found called the Atheist Experience, and they actually have a call-in show. Really interesting stuff. And I didn't get to hear it all, but I did hear something really interesting on faith. They were answering a caller, and I am a theist, okay, so I couldn't disagree more with their outcome and conclusions about faith. However, there were some good veins of truth in there about what faith is, what faith isn't, and I wanted to clear up from my point of view, which I hope I'm representing a theistic point of view about faith, because I think that there is a lot of misunderstanding about faith. So let me give my little shtick here, try to clear some things up. First of all, there's a couple types of faith. We all operate on faith every day. We operate, whether you're an atheist or whether you're a theist or anything in between. Okay. Blind faith would be the type of faith that I think most atheists would say, theists practice. Okay, and what blind faith would be like if you came across you're walking in a field, you see a ledge in the 100 feet up. There's a ledge. You have no idea. You've never been there before. You don't know how deep it is, how long the fall is going to be, what's at the bottom. So you don't know if you're going to die or if it's just going to be a 5-foot drop or a 2-foot drop. I mean, you don't know. You can't see over the edge. So you just run and jump off the thing, okay, and hope for the best. That would be blind faith. There's absolutely no information to guide you in this, and that would be foolish. Okay, your faith would be based on absolutely nothing. So I would agree that would be foolish. Now, there's another type of faith that's based on experience, faith that's based on information. And we practice that all the time. Even you guys do, atheists. One of the ways that you practice it is when you get in your car, you expect it to drive in the morning, okay? And you don't know that it's going to start. You just expect it to start. Okay, that's faith. You're saying, I have faith. My car's going to start. I got to be at work by 9. I'm leaving at 9:15. It only takes me about 15 minutes to get to work if everything goes well, right? So you're operating in faith there that everything's going to go well and you're going to make it to work on time. Sometimes things don't go well, and your faith was wrong in that case. There was a traffic jam, or your battery was dead, or whatever. So that's one type of faith. When you're in your car and you're driving to work, when you get, and some faith, that would be that first example of the faith. That would be a minor consequence of faith. Okay, so you're 5 minutes late to work, no big deal, unless you lose your job and there's no other jobs around like these days. But it's not hugely consequential. Okay, so we operate in faith all the time, and the stakes are very low. However, we also operate throughout the day, and the stakes are very high while operating in faith. For instance, here I go again. As you're driving to work, and you go through intersections. Okay, so let's say there's a big busy intersection. The light's green. You've been through the intersection hundreds of times, thousands of times, and it's green. And you just follow the traffic through, you blow right through it, as you should. Okay, you don't stop at the green, look both ways, make sure it's totally safe, and then proceed on. You're operating in faith there, because there's a chance that someone is not going to obey the other red light, and blow through their red light and crush you. Could kill you, could do a number of items of damage to your poor little body at that point. So That would be, when we go through intersections, we're operating on faith that we've been through that intersection a lot. We feel it's safe to follow the stop signs, the traffic lights, and the traffic. That's based on information. You've done it. Okay, but you're operating on faith. You don't know that the people are going to stop. Okay, they might not. Also, it's another good example, when you get on an airplane, if you ever take an airplane, you don't know that the airplane is actually going to get to where it's supposed to get without crashing. You hope, but it's faith. You're operating on faith there. Okay, you're operating on faith that the mechanics did their job. You're operating on faith that the pilots are doing their job, that the air control is doing their job. Heck, you're operating on faith that the food is not going to poison you. You're operating on faith right now that your next breath is going to come. You don't know it. You think it, but it might not come. Okay? And people choke. So faith is a very interesting subject, isn't it? It's not this usual, well, you have faith and I don't. No, we all have faith. All of us have faith. We exercise faith every day. So, a Christian operates, or a Muslim, or a Jew, whoever has faith in God would have faith. Some Christians, they just believe. They don't care why they believe. They just believe. And perhaps they've seen miracles throughout their life, but maybe they don't. Maybe their faith is really an inch deep. But that's how they roll. It's simple faith. And you know what? Those people are probably some pretty happy people in general. I think it's us deeper thinkers that tend to dwell on things too much. But then there's Christians like myself who dig very deep and question everything and are very skeptical and would reject blind faith and would say that our faith is based on evidence and is based on experience. It's not blind faith. So, I want to get through the notion that for some reason that there's, faith is simply blind faith. It's not. And, there are no atheists in foxholes. And another thing, I'm getting to another thing that you had said in that little clip in responding to the caller is, that you don't have to rely on any, on anyone but yourself. All right, this is going too long. I'll address that I'm going to do another video on that because that's actually a separate topic. I don't want this thing to run too long. Oh, what the heck? I'll go for it right now. Okay, so it's kind of a separate topic. What the hell? So, no, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do another one there. I'm going to keep this simple here. So, obviously, I don't edit this stuff. It comes at you raw and live, baby. So, I hope this helped clear some things up. Maybe you've heard that argument before. If you have, tell me what your responses are to this, because I think it's a good argument about faith, and it's a good discussion. I respect atheists. I just don't agree. And, I'm one of these people, I think we can disagree without being disagreeable. I'm not going to call anyone names. Everyone's got their own belief. But I like debating it because you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're wrong. I mean, we should all have open minds that, hey, we're not perfect. And somewhere along the line, we might have gotten something wrong. And obviously, one of us is wrong since we're at two separate ends of the spectrum here. So, hey, thanks for everything. Enjoy.